Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Rodey here from Queensland Rural in Charters Towers. Just bringing a wrap up from today's prime sale for the 22nd of October 2025. Combined Aiden's yarded, touch over 2,800 head there today. Made up of about 450 bullocks with some really good runs of heavy bullocks amongst those. There was 420 heifers, a big run of cows there today. There was a touch over 1,600 cows and about 230 bulls that were on offer there today. So overall, the heavy end of that job once again hit very, very strong demand. So any of those heavy bullocks, those heavy kill heifers, and those heavy end of those cows met great results. So the top of the bullocks there today, 429 cents. I think in the top end and on the average across the board for those heavy bullocks, 550 kilos plus, I think they were 10 better right the way through. There was probably a little gap there in the HGP to HCP treated, but I think any of those bullocks, whether they're HGP treated or not, met very strong demand as long as they were heavy and as long as they were covered there as well today. So they got out to 429, but a lot of those bullocks in that heavy weight range up over $4, $4 pretty common, out to $4.10 and 15. Come back down off those big heavy fellas, they probably come into around kind of 380 to 400 cents when you got back into those kind of sub 550, 500 kilo type slippery bullocks. So I think that bullock job though 10 better for those heavy end kill bullocks there today. Heifers I would quote 10, maybe 10 firmer, probably 5 firmer to say. I think they were pretty firm across the board for the quality of the cattle though that we were on offer. There was a couple of standout pens of very, very good quality heifers there that met strong demand, probably similar trends to the bullocks, but overall probably not as good a quality run as heifers as what we've seen in the bullocks, and that was reflective in today's averages on that market. Jumping straight into the cows there, the cows today, the better end of those cows, really, really solid. I think we were probably 10, maybe 15 cents, could have even been 20 cents in places better in isolated spots for those heavy, heavy kill cows that were big, heavy cows. I'm talking up over, 550, 600 kilo cows in the heavy end of them. They could have been 15 cents better, but they had to be heavy and they had to be solid to get those results. But overall, I think, the tops of those cows, 368 cents, but a hell of a lot of cows there today coming off those top rates. A hell of a lot of cows making 330 to 350 cents most of the day with all the weight and all the cover that you like. So a great result there for the cows. Coming off those heavy kill cows, you come back down your slippery mid-range weight cows. They were anywhere from probably 280 to 320 cents. If they had the frame with enough cover, they were making up into over the $3. But also those little shiny fat roly-poly cows that had plenty of shine on them, but probably not the weight, was still making up into their $3 and $3.20 as well. So a little bit of crossover there in your bottom end, heavy. Heavy covered cows, but only in that light weight, as well as your framey, big framey, slippery type cows as well. So pretty similar there from kind of 280 to 320 cents. Into your store cows though. Store cows probably a little bit tougher there today. A lot of store cows on offer and some bigger runs of northern cows that were coming down and offer here at the Towers today. There was about 1,600 head on offer, and I think there was plenty of them about to meet that local restocker market and that trim job as well. So that store job, the better end of them store cows, probably 270 to 280 cents in the very, very top end of them, but they had to be heavy. Coming down to those mid-range cows, I should say, some of those cows today making anywhere from 200 to probably 250 cents was that bulk of that store cow order. If you come down in those really light girls with plenty of age and probably not a lot of condition about her, they were back down into the, your $1.20s, $1.40s, $1.50s there throughout the day. So probably a pretty big spread on that store cow market, but very, very quality related. Anything with weight and quality met the market. Anything that was plain and light probably took a little bit of a hit there today. So bulls though, pretty firm, same as always. They got out to 346 cents today for your big heavy bulls, but a lot of bulls there making 325 to 335 cents. So that was a wrap from today's market, ladies and gentlemen. Another big yarding of store cattle here on Friday. We were close to 4,000 head on the books with plenty of young weaner cattle available. So if you're chasing some weaners, make sure you get in touch with one of the Queensland Rural agents and we'll be sure to help you out. Thank you.